No, of course it's nice to hear from you. It's not that at all. It feels a little bit like you're only ringing because we're not in the relegation zone anymore. We've strung a few wins together, and now I'm worthy of a phone call. Where were you when we lost 6 games on the bounce? No tactical pearls of wisdom to. Oh no, I remember. You got relegated out of this division, didn't you? Brilliant. Thanks for the call, Dad. Hello and welcome to part 14 of the Bolton Battle. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have Conference National Games away against Cheltenham and at home against Kings Lynn. But as you might have guessed, may have guessed. Oh, my hair's looking awful again. It's because I was doing yoga. Got all sweaty. There you go, yoga hair this is. I might dig into my Boxo hats and put a baseball cap on in a minute so that I don't look quite so ridiculous. But it's not been a bad run of form since you were last with me. We've actually won 2 games on the bounce. Dave Mitchell getting 4 goals in 2 games, which is rather helpful. Good to have him fit again. We'll ignore that Dartford game. We might have been a 4-0 defeat there. We were actually 4-1 down against Dulwich Hamlet the week before as well, and brought that back to a 4-4 draw. We had a 2-2, and then look. I mean, I know one of them's in the FA Trophy, but 3 wins on the bounce, 2 of which are in the league. Mitchell is scoring goals for fun at the moment. And as it stands at the moment, after 30 games of the Conference North season, we're actually found ourselves 6 points clear of the relegation zone. It's been a lovely little run of results. If we have a look at the little graph, I mean, look, you can see where we've dug ourselves out. That's where we had the first 2 wins on the bounce, then we were slipping a bit again, win another 2 on the bounce, 6 points clear. So I'm less worried than I was. There's still 16 games to go, so I mean, the media are still talking about 50 points as our target. So on that basis, we still need another 5 wins out of those 15 games, which sounds like quite good form compared to what we've done all season. But you never know. We might be able to drag something together. This is the team that we're going to be playing today away against Cheltenham. I don't think you've met Pat Finley before, and he might be one of the reasons for the change in our fortunes. He came in on a free transfer November time. Took a long while to get fit, having been without a club since the end of last season. Finally came into the team over the Christmas period. He's now played 7 games. He's not scored, only got the 1 assist, but averaging a 7.29 is a good, solid average rating. And he just sort of sits in there in the centre midfield with his bags of experience at this level. Played over 100 games in this league. And, I mean, look, he's played 30 or 40 games in League 2. He's played games in League 1. Bags of experience. And he just seems to have steadied the ship a little bit in that central midfield spot. Watch us get battered today now. But this is the team that we're going to be playing. So Agito's in goal. Grayson, Curtis and Collins as our back 3. Lamb and Freeman as our usual wing backs. Martin partnering Finley in midfield with Quinn in behind Abbott and Mitchell. Andre Glover is on the bench and could easily be in either of these positions, but it was a bit of a coin toss really. Same with Chris Priest against Chris Abbott. Abbott's actually on a bit of a goal scoring run at the moment and probably in his best form of the season, which is why he gets the nod. So let's get into the game. Cheltenham are favourites for the match, although they are down in the relegation zone. So this is a massive relegation 6-pointer, because if we can win today, we're going to be 9 points clear of Cheltenham, who at the moment are top of the relegation zone. 9 points clear of relegation with 15 games left, and we start to feel a little bit safer than we have done. Obviously, if that gap cuts back down to 3 points, we start to panic a little bit again, because it only takes a couple of defeats on the bounce and we're sucked back into it all, which is not what anybody wants. So hopefully goals will be forthcoming, although doesn't seem to be any. We finally had a shot. 21 minutes on the clock. We finally had a shot. We're doing all right for possession, but not a lot else. All good. They've had a player go off injured in defence as well. That's handy. Abbott knocks it down to Quinn. Quinn out to Freeman. Freeman with the cross. Abbott's there. Forces a good save out of their keeper, but Freeman crosses in again. And I think that was Martin pushing well forward. It might have been Quinn. Whoever it was probably should have done a little bit better with it. I'm not sure how that's not gone down as a clear-cut chance. But hopefully we've got the chance to attack here again. Lamb finds Grayson, who finds Quinn. Abbott now back to goal. He does it so well. Martin sprays it out wide to Freeman. Freeman with the cross shot. Sort of bounces back off the crossbar. And because Abbott was so deep, setting up the play. He wasn't in there, and I'm a little surprised Mitchell wasn't in there to tuck that away. It's usually his bread and butter, but he was obviously dancing around on the other side. Mitchell plays Abbott through. It finds its way out to Freeman. Freeman with another cross. He needs to stop aiming at the goal and start aiming at our players, but who cares, because Dave Mitchell has just scored his 20th goal of the season. Oh, how I'd like to sign this lad permanently. I just don't think it's going to be possible. But he's still young enough that we might get him on loan again next year. What an important player he's been. It's his 20th goal of the season, and he's just tucked it away beautifully. I believe it was probably a header, which we'll find out when we get into 3D now. So Freeman with another poor cross. For someone who gets so many assists, it was a terrible cross. Lamb knocks it back in. Real suspicions of offside from Mitchell there, but he nods it over the top of the goalkeeper. Looping header, 1-0 up. Look at how that catapults us up the table. 9 points clear relegation zone, practically mid-table. Who'd have thought it? None of this bottle job nonsense that you were saying in the comments yesterday. Bottle job, my eye. We're playoffs. Playoffs are on. How far off the playoffs are we? I tell you what, we're closing in on being equidistant between the playoffs and the relegation zone. Stop talking about playoffs. Never mention the playoffs again. Let's just not throw this away. We're still a little susceptible to last-minute equalisers and conceding last-minute winners as well. So we probably need to stop the silly talk of... getting promoted this season would be an absolute disaster because we would come straight back down. It's taken us 30 games to get anything like a winning team in this division. But, it is exciting. We're 20 minutes away from winning 3 on the bounce for the first time all year. And that would just be awesome. 2 usual substitutions, Glover and Priest, on for Quinn and Abbott, just to freshen things up a little bit in the attack. Hopefully, just nab us another goal, just to stop me panicking a little bit. Finley beats his man, finds Martin, out to Lamb. Lamb can cross, but the passing was so slick, my tongue couldn't keep up with it. I think it was Lamb. Just sort of, rather than a cross, he just sort of slides it into Priest, who tucks it across to Martin. So we've got my tongue chasing a sliding tuck move. That's basically what's happened there. I need to start using more football words before people realise I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just a guy with a microphone. Priest is in. What a finish. He has just got himself a goal from absolutely nowhere. It's his 50th goal for Bolton, 10th for the season. Look, he's the target man. Look at that, chasing down, putting defenders under pressure, and just absolutely whacks it. First time, top corner. Goalkeeper doesn't even know it's coming, and that is an amazing finish. That's the sort of thing he was doing in the FA Cup for us last year. Right, I'm going to take Peter Collins off. He's on a yellow card. He's not having a fantastic game. And I do want Fletcher to have a bit more game time. He was such a key man for us last year. Hasn't really played much this season. But he's our only defender who's really got anything like any kind of pace. So I probably do need to get him into the team somehow. Mitchell's in again. Whew. That's our second clear-cut chance of the game. I don't think we've scored either of the clear-cut chances. But we've been clinical with the chances that have come our way. Just not the clear-cut ones. What's that? That's probably not clinical then. We're missing the good chances, scoring the hard ones. Glover's in behind. That was another clear-cut chance that is missed. We need another half chance to get a fourth goal. You haven't seen us absolutely stuff someone for ages. Well, there you go. You've seen us stuff Cheltenham. He's so close to becoming eggs now. And there we go. 3-0 against Cheltenham. That is possibly the most important result of the season. And good to see Colin Lamb getting a man of the match as well, because I've got my doubts about him as a wing-back, certainly at this level. But he's done us good today. And now we get to play one of the other relegation rivals, Kings Lynn, at home. So just the one change for Kings Lynn. Couldn't not start Chris Priest after that fantastic goal he scored against Cheltenham. Other than that, we are unchanged. Very, very close to bringing Glover in for Quinn as well. But instead, we'll just bring him on after an hour and have him scare them with his pace and awesomeness at that point. So looking at the league table again, which we'll have a little look at now. So Kings Lynn are another one who are down in the relegation zone. If we can beat them at home, we could get to 40 points, which could potentially put us at the midway point of the league, level on points with Milton Keynes Dons and Alfreton. I can't say any names of football teams today. we're massive, heavy favourites for this game as well. Surely we're not going to win 4 on the bounce, because that's just not how this season has gone for us. Oh, go on, it'd be awesome. It's probably not going to happen, but it would be good. I think everyone is playing tonight as well, so I'm just eyeing up this whole area here. This is where we wanted to be all season long. Why is it taking us so long to start mixing it with the good teams? Wow, what a shot from Collins there. He's our centre-back, by the way. Just throw that out there for you. He's just absolutely crashed it into the post from the edge of the area. And again, unfortunately, we don't have anyone in there quick enough to react. If Mitchell added that to his game plan, we'd have a really, really good striker on our hands. I feel like I've just almost swallowed my tongue. This isn't good at all. I'd like to think you're going to edit that out, Kev, but you know how these things work. You might forget. So if I did just cough, I apologise to headphones wearers. And now I have to leave it in because I was talking about it when a shot happened, and I think, you've just had to leave a cough in. I'm just a child. Leave a cough in. I now think I'm a vampire. Brilliant. Oh, dad jokes. Don't you just love a dad joke? Right. Why is it only... We've done nothing, really, in that first half. Kings Lynn have only had the one shot, but we've only had one on target. Possession's even. Oh, eggs. Eggs, what you doing, man? If we win today, you become eggs, finally. Mitchell, cross... Oh, Finley, no... We're just sort of whacking it from range today. We're not working it into... We could probably try and work the ball into the box, but we're not fancy Dans like that yet. We're still just, well, as long as we don't lose, that'd be fantastic. Let's keep lumping the ball up at the big lads. Right, Mitchell beats his man and beats him well. Finds Freeman. Freeman with the cross. Martin pushing well forward again. He got his taste of goal in the last match and wants another one now. Freeman's been beaten there, though, and we are 1-0 down. Agito for a little longer, because we've now got to come back from 1 goal behind to earn Eggs his nickname. I mean, for all Freeman's attacking prowess, he's not much of a defender. What I want is to be able to have Freeman in my attacking lineup and Johnson as a proper fullback when we're defending. Almost as if perhaps playing a 4-4-2 with one of them in front of the other would be lovely. But obviously can't do that. Lamb with that was superb. Beat his man. And it was a beautiful little tempting cross. And Freeman's the only man getting onto it. What is this? What is happening here? We were supposed to be winning 4 on the bounce. This lot are going to get relegated. How are they beating us 2-0 at home? Let's face it, this season you were never going to get an episode where we won 2 games. But we've won the wrong one. I would have expected to win this one. It's Kings Lynn, for goodness sake. Right, why have I let... Glover should have come on 10 minutes ago. I'm bringing Abbott on. We're just doing the opposite of the substitutions we did in the last game. Seemed to work then. Let's see if it works then. Perhaps Abbott will come on and score a wonder goal, and him and Priest will start trying to outdo each other with super sub performances, but never play well in the actual game. And I'm going to bring Fletcher on for Collins. We're just going to do the same set of substitutions because they're the ones who aren't playing well or are tired, in fact. I can't believe we've lost this game. Looking at those stats, at worst, you'd think, oh well, unlucky. We've come away with a 1-1 draw, but to lose it 2-0 is just stupid. We've missed chances again. We need to become more clinical. And what was that from Finley? Rubbish. There's still work to do, isn't there? Who said playoffs? That's not going to happen, is it? Right. So, importantly, we're still 9 points clear at the relegation zone, although Kings Lynn have a game in hand, Cheltenham have 2 games in hand, so that could conceivably drop down to a 3-point gap. We still need, we've got, 14 games left. We still need to win at least 4 of them, I think. And it would have been nice to chalk one off today. We're still in the FA Trophy, by the way. If we get past this round, I'll probably show you the next round. But this is our run-in. We've got Ilkeston in that. Ilkeston. Who knows? Nobody knows. It's like Harrogate Gate. And then it's just that. There we go. So, Boston at home on the last game of the season. Ooh, delightful. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.